Hey guys, Justin here from Simplified Investing. I hope you guys are all having a great extended weekend. This will be our weekly watch list video highlighting the 5 plays that we are going to be watching for the week. That being said, the 5 plays this week, the first one being AMAT, second one being TSM, third one being XOM, fourth one being Ford, and then the fifth one being AMC. Hope you guys enjoy this video and have a great week. Thank you. So getting things started, as we always do, the first thing that we're going to be doing is breaking down /NQ, which is going to be the NASDAQ market. One thing to note is futures are trading today, but the market is actually closed. So you can see some overnight movement here on the NASDAQ. It is currently shut down right now, but you can see this overnight range movement that we did get here into today. Simply because futures are still trading, but the market itself is closed in observance for the Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So let's go down and break this into a daily time frame, meaning each one of these candles is going to be 1 day. And really what we're seeing here is we're still seeing weakness. If we look at the overall trend here of the NASDAQ market, trading sideways here since 11.5. Basically 2 months of consolidation here, no real trend of which we would like to see a trending move here ideally on this, simply not in that nature right now. Structured of ranging markets and consolidation here. What I do like, however, is this buying presence that we do have basically down here from 15,312 all the way up here to 15,500. You can see these two retests that we had that correspond with volume. The biggest thing that we want to note is that this was a move on volume. Buying, taking all these lows out here and wicking to the upside. Buyers also pushing up here. So yes, on 113, we did get a lot of selling, but on lower volume than those buyers that are taking these this candle here, which was going to be on 114. So a lot of buying here. Let's see if we can follow through. A lot of buying pressure in between this region here at 15,500 all the way down to 15,172. So a nice opportunity to watch for bounces if we do pull into this region, expecting those overall bids to hold up here. As for an overhead structure, really 16,650 remains that key for a breakout to the upside. You can see we failed to break it here on 1228, trading low volume here during this uptick towards it. Confirmation would be some volume here on the NASDAQ, confirming that breakout move here in the coming week. Obviously, going to take over 1,000 points to push up there, but it is going to be the level we need to break for any upside. Until then, we either get a breakdown of this 15,100 region where we will see some more selling, or we'll be in a ranging market until we get that breakout of either way. So watching the NASDAQ, we'll see if we can get a follow through on this one within the coming week. First play, one that had a lot of strength here on Friday, is going to be AMAT, and it is one that's not 2x volume, which I would ideally like to see, but we are trading 1.6x volume, which is better than not trading any abnormal volume at all. So overall structure of AMAT, we get a sideways trend, or a sideways consolidation, all the way from April 5th over until here. Back in the beginning of November before we ranged here, and now we're setting up for another breakout of this region here. Now, thing to note, we did get a gap up here on 113, hit with heavy selling, which we do want to always wait for confirmation of the follow through if we did get a pullback, and boom, we get that on Friday. Buyers taking up these lows here, not on the same amount of volume, but we are breaking out through this high that we did see with all those sellers coming in on that Thursday region, facing fresh new orders here. Let's see if we can confirm this over this region here at 166.50, which coincides with the high of day here from that Thursday region where we've got selling pressure. Above that, I do think we can see 170 on this one within the coming week. As for structure below, that 162.73 support region should be a good region to attract some bids if we do get some selling pressure here. Really two scenarios on this one. You'll get either breakout buyers taking this and pushing this to the upside, or you'll get those people, those traders that are waiting for a bounce, and ideally for a cup and then a handle retest back here to 162.73. Key will be watching how the buyers come in at this level. If we can get some buying pressure holding up this area and confirming, that would be ideal from a risk to reward standpoint. But AMAT looking very, very strong here. Watching this one for a follow through here on Tuesday from that strength that we did see on Friday. Second one is one that's trying to set up for a power earnings gap move. Trading over 2x volume fits the check mark, trading 2.5x. So that's always a leading indicator that you want to watch for. Really what I'm waiting for is you can see this region that we get up here at this price level of 141.94, which we faced back in the middle of February of 2021. And then we're getting a ranging sideways move here on TSM before finally breaking out here. However, we continue to wick above this region at 141.94, meaning that there is still those sellers that were back in February still hanging around in that region. So really what I want to see for a confirmation is a breakout move over that 141.94. You could round that up to a 142 whole dollar region. Watch that for a breakout and confirm with volume. How do you know when this trade isn't following through? Well, that 142 region is going to be very telling. So watching this from, if you're swinging, that's from a daily perspective. If you're shorter term intraday scalper like I am, watching it from the 5-day, 5-minute, 5-day, 15-minute, and doing a top-down look at it. So watching that 142 region, if we do get a breakout over that, I do think we can see that 145 region, but again, waiting on volume to confirm this move within the coming week. The third play, one that's a slow mover, not one that's trading any abnormal amount of volume, but it is touching 52-week high and is a trending mover. So that being said, this is going to be ExxonMobil. You can see we're trading 1.06% of the volume. Nothing abnormal that I would typically like to see, but you have to take it into consideration that ExxonMobil rarely trades any abnormal volume unless you are looking at it from a earnings perspective standpoint. You obviously will get higher volume during the earnings report and increased volatility. So XOM, very slow mover here, slow and steady move from 60 back here in the middle of December all the way up to 72.15 here. 72 an area of interest here. You can see we had this reversal potential here on 112, retrace back here after the strong day on 111. Now we're continuing to try to make a breakout setup here. So let's draw a line as a visualization so that we have it for the coming week. Really what I want to see here is that's obviously where the candle closed. We failed to wick above that. And we also wicked above that before closing lower. Now we have that 71.40 support region below. Again, one thing to note, ExxonMobil, a very, very slow mover. Not one to expect to move very much or have much volatility, which can play into your role of trading options. It does typically have a lot of decay from that reason. So 71.40 support below, looking for this one to confirm and push to continued 52-week highs here. Now, when we are into 52-week highs, you do have to resort to intraday levels. Oftentimes, these are found a whole dollar and half dollar regions, like 72.50, 73, 73.50, and whatnot. So watch those levels intraday for setups here on ExxonMobil. But again, great trend mover, waiting on volume to confirm that breakout, but 71.40, a nice bid support below if we do get pullback on this one in the coming week. Ford is going to be another one. You can see we get this basing structure here off of this 1-4 move on high volume. Basing structure, again, is very, very good in a trend for continuation, and that's healthy in a continuation of a trend. So we get this uptick move here. We get this consolidation. You can see the wick sellers that we did get here on 113. Trading 1.3x the volume, not that 2x that I would ideally like to see, but any abnormal volume is better than none, especially in this range-bound market that we do have lately. So watching this one, let's see this 25.40 region. That was a selling region here on 113 where we pulled back from. Area of interest, if we can get a breakout of this structure here, you can see this is going to be what I refer to as structure, and that is going to be a period of consolidation in a trend. You can see basically hanging around in this region right here. Let's draw this lower support bound here. Hanging in between this region here at 23.34 and then this region up here at 24.90. Round up to the whole dollar at 25. Ranging in this should get a nice bounce if we do pull back down into this 23.34 region. But watching this one intraday for a breakout move if we can get volume through that 25.40 region and continue the upside move here on Ford. Last play of the week is one I'm watching to the downside, waiting on a setup here. Biggest thing is that we continue to see rotation out of these high growth stocks into value stocks, things like airlines, energies, oil stocks, whatever it might be, out of these high growth names. That continues to be the theme. It was the theme in the late half of the year of 2021, carrying over with that theme here into 2022. Continued lower low trend structure here, lower highs as well, continued downtrend strength here. Key on this one is going to be that $20 region. We did test that here on Friday, and there was a lot of orders taking this at 20. If we do get a breakdown of 20, could see this gap fill down here into this region at $16 and push down into this level. But again, AMC looking weak if we do break below 20. However, if we do hold 20, potential for a reversal back up here into this 23.53 region, and then above here at 27. But again, that 20 region remains that pivot point. So where the buyers are trying to hold this one up here. If they do fail to break, expecting a lot of selling pressure to follow through in this ticker within this week. That being said, that wraps up our watch list for the week. If you did enjoy this video, if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. If you are interested in joining our private team to get our course alerts and more, feel free to check out simplified-investing.com today. We would love to have you guys on board. Hope you guys are all enjoying this extended weekend, and I hope you guys all have a great week. Thank you.